Hello folks, just picking up from the last vlog video. So it's currently Thursday the 13th and I'm going through one of my jobs for today. I'm going through catching all the baby galaxies. So as you can probably see, there are a couple of reds in there, which is why I've kept my few reds that I have. So I'll sort of show you where we're up to and what's occurring. I am going to move them into this tank, so I've got a few booths in there just growing, and they were out the original Galaxy tank, so the babies are going to go in there. I just haven't got time to grow them out. I need to start moving stuff around. Green wall's fantastic in this tank, as you can see, and that's the Hygge light that I reviewed over the top of it, and that's all I've got on it now. The two pieces of lava rock had quite a bit of subwassatang. I've brushed it off in the past and it just keeps coming back, but I've picked off as much as I can, and I'll just show you down to the tank there where we're catching. So what I did first of all was bring the tanks out, apologies for the reflections, bring the plants out on rock into a white bucket, and I'll go and lift that white bucket up now and make sure there's no babies in there. Put a bit of food down. There are still a few in here. I keep seeing the odd one, but they are. So there's one right down here, but they are little specks. So what I may do is, I don't know if I'm going to do this yet, but what I may do is leave it another few days, let them get a bit of growth on, put a fair amount of bacteria and stuff in, and just sort of see how they go. And then eventually what I'll do is I'll empty it to sort of, so there's about 5% of water in, slide it out, get it up, get it lit, and then just try and catch as many as I can. But there are quite a few still in here, and there's definitely one there. I think there's one there. We'll go to the food so I can see another one there. I mean, these are tiny. One there, one there. There are still one there. One just swam down, so there are still a few in here, and I've probably caught about 60. But because it's low down, I can't do much more than that. My back's absolutely shot. And when I referred to subwassatang, it's that stuff, also known as the herpes of the shrimp tank, because if you ever use it, you never get rid of it unless you absolutely gut the tank. I hate the stuff. Just get those babies dripped in and I'll put them in. So I'd hope to use it as a grow out, but I need to move some stuff around quicker than I anticipated, so I'll get started on everything and start resetting tanks and stuff. So satisfying. That green stuff there that's going to get disposed of environmentally friendly. Subwassatang, definitely for me, shrimp aquarium herpes, because you cannot get rid of it. It's nearly as bad as duckweed. I watched a certain YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel was really sort of subwassatang, so I bought some and it got loose and I had to reset the aquarium. It's Friday the 14th of June, so the tank that had the Galaxy babies in has been painted, as you've seen from the previous clip, and this is just getting refilled again. I'm using the Shrimps Affair setup powder, Tai Cheng dead shrimp powder, and I've gone back, so I painted the back blue, I've refitted the clips for my lids and my float valve. I probably should have washed the float valve, to be fair, but I didn't. And there's a few little tiny snails still in there, sort of trapped down the sides of the silicon that I just can't get to, but I'm not too bothered about snails. I've took the majority out. and just filling this one up. So the only thing I've got left is to label that. But a few of you have asked about my labels and my label printer. So I'm going to do a short midweek video on the label printer that I use. So it produces these. It's not by far not the cheapest on the market, but I think it's relatively easy and it's sort of freestanding. So I'll get a little video done of what that is and how to use it and where to find it, etc. And carry on for today. Let's see what else I can do today. I don't think there's a massive amount I can do. I'm sort of stuck now waiting for tanks to cycle. So I'm waiting for this tank to cycle, but I don't want to show it you because it's part of another video, and desperate to get these moved. But a couple more weeks, those should be gone, and then this tank here will see a shrimp delivery going into it. But whether that comes out before or after this video, I'm unsure. But keep watching and we'll carry on vlogging throughout the week. The plan for this one is to move over these guys, get all these guys moved. So in 2 to 3 weeks, these will all get moved over, and I'll probably get some new friends because I'm going to go on a bit of a mad cull and move out as much as I possibly can that I think isn't up to the standard I want it to be, depending on size of colony and stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these blues. There's a few I want out of there. I might sell the colony, but at some point I need to trim out and thin out this hooker Asian moss. It's just way too big for the tank, and I'll get some more mesh pads in. I've only got a few. I'll order some more mesh pads and I'll get those, get that sort of stripped down. But the soil's still holding. So this is 11 months in, it's still holding pH. I've got a UGF in there that you can't see now, and a very thin layer on the bottom, but it's still holding pH. So I'm in no rush to sort of do anything with that at the moment, apart from obviously do something with the hooker moss. So I'll get my idea cap on and we'll see where we go. And there's the label set on a tank that's part of another video that you'll have to be a sub or put the notifications on, or both, in order to watch that. So keep an eye out. Sunday the 16th of June, Father's Day in the UK, and apart from doing my daily tasks, I'm probably going to have a day off. I may change the nut traps around the room, and I may give the glass a clean on here, but all my water changes was done over the last couple of days. I just need to do my daily stuff. I don't think I'm going to do any more video. Everything's sort of doing fine. Can't see any issues, although I can't wait to move my my tigers out. I did notice yesterday, actually, I tried something. I spotted a little baby fancy tiger in the fancy tiger tank with master salt. pH is really high. I'm desperate to move them out, but I took a baby out and put it in here. It looked low grade. Doesn't mean it is low grade, and it was just a test to see how it would do. Now, this soil doesn't leach ammonia, and I haven't added any ammonia to it, so I'm just going to cycle it with the DSP, let it build up some algae, some biofilm, and once I'm happy, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to go. But I did spot that little baby in here yesterday, and he's been in here for 7 days yesterday, and he's doing fine, and there's biofilm in there for him to eat, so there's no reason why he shouldn't survive. But it was just a little test. I don't think I'd move a whole tank in straight away, but a little baby I think will be fine. And as I say, it was just a test. I'll keep you updated on that baby as time goes by. But that's me signing out for today. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, stepdads, granddads, stand-in dads, and all the dads that aren't here anymore. Take care, everyone. Hello guys, please excuse the noise. I'm just pumping some water back into a tank that I had to remove temporarily. I'm in the process of changing some lighting. So the single 1 foot light just wasn't enough, and I'm in the process of putting them sort of front to back across these tanks. and I'll be doing that down the whole rack. I just think the end tanks aren't illuminated enough, not getting the algae that they should be getting and stuff. But I'll crack on with it. I'll give you an update a bit later on. So I'll just quickly show you what I'm doing. I've just switched this on for the purposes of videoing, but it will be switched off shortly and unplugged while I'm doing some work on there. So what I've done is I've connected into the original feed. Now I'm using these type of connectors called Wago clip connectors, clip lock, and different versions of those. They are getting insulated, so I'm taping those up quite heavily with a green tape. Now I could put a shrink wrap over the top of them, but I don't think it's necessary. As I say, they've been taped ever since I've had the room going, and they do get sort of insulated and tucked up into the edges here and then cable tied in, so they're not going anywhere, and they don't get wet up there. Humidity is a little bit, but the tape would come off before any humidity got to them, so as long as I keep an eye on them. And I deliberately put them in an earth tape, green and yellow, so they're clearly visible. But I'll crack on, do the rest of them. And I had to pull this tank out because I just didn't have enough room to screw in the brackets. And what I've done is I've drained this tank, refilled it, but I drained this tank, slid this one over, put that one in, moved it back, done that one, and now I'm probably going to need to do the same here, but it's only because the gap's quite small on this one. As I sort of move further down, there's a lot more room to maneuver. I'm not sure how well this shows up on camera. The issue with the end tanks, so well, that one as an example, and just the extremities, the end ones, and they're definitely brighter because it's showing through the plastic here, but I can double that up, that's fine. What I did have to do with the top one was move a few bits, as I've mentioned, but the end tanks are now much brighter because I've actually got a light over each tank. This one's clearing because I did give this one a bit of a beating. I had to take it all down. I had to take this one down as well, and the only thing I've noticed is the snails are showing up better. So I've done the first two shelves. First one was difficult, second one was hard, but I need to have a bit of a clean out in this one and sort this one out. But they're definitely more visible. There's definitely more light there. I can see it, but I'm not sure how well that picks up on camera. And my orange eye red devils that are absolutely stunning, some of them, they're showing up a lot better too. So still got the bottom one to do. I'm hoping it's as easy as the middle one and the gap's similar. If it isn't, it means I'm going to have to remove a tank, so I'll probably have to remove two. So what I may do is I may wait until if I do have to remove tanks, I may wait till I empty that and end up moving stuff around, because I can actually take a tank out then and just crack on. But shouldn't be much longer, and I just need to have a bit of a clean up. And just while we're on, so my electrical stuff, I did use a little socket with a screwdriver end, but anyone wondering why I've used masking tape, the masking tape was to put the line so when I screwed the brackets on, they were lined up. I actually managed to get the bottom rack done. It was a bit tricky. I sat on the floor and did the work, and my nipper helped me. We got passed me the stuff as and when I needed it. So these are all done now. I've changed my lighting schedule a tiny bit. So what I've got is I've got this left rack coming on at 10 AM and going off at 9 PM, and then I've got the racks on the right, so you can see those are off, coming on at 11 and going off at 10 PM. So we've sort of got staggered light in the room. I could probably do a lot shorter time scales, to be fair, but I'm happy with that at the moment. With that being said, then this is probably going to be the end of this video, and by the time you guys see, and you'll obviously see by the dates, you're probably a month or two ahead. And the reason I've done that is because I've got so much already edited, scheduled, booked in, and planned into the future. So with that said, if you enjoyed this, and obviously we've got loads of stuff scheduled in, and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave us a comment. We answer every comment at the moment, and we've got quite a bit going on as well at the moment, specifically shrimp based. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure your notifications are on as well. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.